If you're planning to use FanDuel alongside a VPN, the biggest challenge usually isn't installing the VPN itself. It's getting everything configured correctly so you don't run into location errors, verification problems, or connection issues later on. A lot of people assume they can simply turn on a VPN, connect to a server, and everything will work perfectly. But FanDuel's location systems are far more sophisticated than what you'd see with a typical streaming service. The good news is that the process is actually pretty straightforward once you understand how FanDuel's location verification works. So in this video, I'll walk you through how to set up a VPN for FanDuel, explain the settings I recommend enabling, cover some common mistakes to avoid, and tell you the 3 VPNs I'd recommend. And just a reminder, I'll include links to everything I mentioned down in the description below, including discounts and coupons. Now, before we jump into the setup process, it's worth understanding why reliability matters here in the first place. Unlike services that rely primarily on your IP address, FanDuel uses advanced geolocation technology to verify where you're physically located. Depending on the device you're using, that can include GPS information, nearby Wi-Fi networks, cellular signals, browser data, and other location indicators. That's why simply connecting to a VPN server in another state doesn't always work the way some people expect. In fact, location mismatches can sometimes trigger verification errors, proxy warnings, or requests for additional checks. So while a VPN can change your apparent IP address, it's important to understand that FanDuel looks at much more than that when verifying your location. And honestly, that's why I generally recommend using a VPN, primarily for privacy, security, and account protection, rather than relying on it as a location-changing tool. After all, your FanDuel account contains a lot of sensitive information. Between login credentials, banking details, payment methods, account activity, deposits, withdrawals, and identity verification records, there's a lot of data you probably don't want exposed on an unsecured network. A VPN helps by encrypting your connection, making it significantly harder for anyone on the same network to monitor your activity or intercept your information. So with that out of the way, let's walk through the setup process. All right, so step 1 is downloading and installing your VPN. Once you've installed the app and signed in, the first thing I recommend doing is opening the settings menu before you connect to anything. Now, one feature you'll want to enable immediately is the kill switch. The kill switch automatically blocks internet traffic if your VPN connection drops unexpectedly. That helps prevent accidental data leaks and keeps your connection protected at all times. Next, make sure DNS leak protection is enabled as well. This helps ensure your browsing requests stay inside the encrypted VPN tunnel rather than accidentally leaking through your normal internet connection. Now, once those settings are enabled, go ahead and connect to a nearby server. And this is where a lot of people make mistakes. Instead of selecting a server that's hundreds or thousands of miles away, you'll generally want to choose a location that's physically close to where you actually are. This usually gives you better speeds, lower latency, and fewer location-related complications. Next, check your device's location settings. If you're on a mobile device, make sure location services are enabled and set to precise location. And if you're on a desktop computer, make sure your Wi-Fi adapter remains enabled, even if you're connected through Ethernet. This is important because FanDuel's location verification tools often rely on nearby Wi-Fi networks to confirm your location. Disabling Wi-Fi entirely can sometimes cause verification failures. Now, once everything is configured, go ahead and open FanDuel and sign in normally. If you're using a browser, opening a private or incognito window can help eliminate old cached location data from previous sessions. From there, you should be able to use the platform as normal. And if FanDuel requests additional location verification, simply follow the prompts provided by its geolocation software. Now, if you run into issues, don't panic. There are a few troubleshooting steps that solve most problems. First, try disconnecting and reconnecting to a nearby VPN server. Next, clear your browser cache and cookies. You can also restart the FanDuel app, restart your VPN app, or reboot your device entirely. And if you're using desktop location software, restarting the location verification service can often resolve stubborn verification errors. Honestly, most location-related issues come down to one of those simple fixes. Now, if you're looking for a VPN to use with FanDuel, these are the 3 I'd recommend. First up is ExpressVPN, which is the one I usually use. ExpressVPN operates over 3,000 servers in 105 countries, and is just very simple and user-friendly with its interface. It uses its proprietary lightweight protocol for fast, stable connections, and includes automatic obfuscation, which helps disguise VPN traffic when necessary. It also includes network lock, DNS leak protection, and RAM-only trusted server technology. So if you want something that's reliable, beginner-friendly, and incredibly easy to configure, ExpressVPN would be my top choice. Next, we have NordVPN. NordVPN operates more than 9,000 servers across over 140 countries and offers one of the largest VPN networks available today. It uses NordLynx for fast performance and includes advanced features like Threat Protection Pro, obfuscated servers, double VPN, and dedicated IP options. So if you want a deeper security toolkit and more customization options, NordVPN is definitely worth considering. And finally, there's Surfshark. Surfshark operates more than 4,500 servers across 100 countries and allows unlimited, simultaneous device connections. It also includes Clean Web, Camouflage Mode, GPS Override on Android devices, and Bypasser, which is its split tunneling feature. So, if you're looking for strong features and the ability to protect an entire household of devices under a single account, Surfshark is a great option. And just a heads up that all 3 of these VPNs include a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try them out before fully committing. Now, before we wrap things up, let's quickly cover some of the most common mistakes people make when using FanDuel with a VPN. As I mentioned earlier, one of the big mistakes is connecting to a server that's extremely far away when a nearby option would work just fine. Another is disabling location services and then wondering why location verification fails. And on desktop systems, a surprisingly common mistake is disabling the Wi-Fi adapter while using Ethernet, which can prevent location software from functioning properly. Another important thing worth keeping in mind is that a VPN alone doesn't guarantee you'll be able to change your FanDuel location. The platform uses multiple verification methods, not just IP addresses. So what's the biggest takeaway here? A reliable FanDuel VPN setup is really about proper configuration. The VPN itself is only part of the equation. And when configured correctly, a VPN can help protect your personal information, secure your financial activity, prevent data leaks, and keep your connection private while you're online. So hopefully you found this guide helpful. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more VPN breakdowns and privacy guides. And just a reminder, I'll leave links to all 3 VPNs down below, including access to the best discounts I can find. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, as I always enjoy reading through them and answering as many as I can. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.